Thank you, my DJ. Thank you for that song. I really like it. I love it so much. Yeah, it's another exciting time on Together Forever show, and we are live at PRZ 109.2 FM here in the UK. And we will be discussing tonight on a topic, communication, and not just communication. But before we go into that, together in the studio with me, I have my beautiful wife. Babe, can you please introduce yourself to our listeners?
Hello, listeners. You're tuned into 109.2 FM, PRZ FM. This is the Together Forever show, and I'm one of your co-hosts, Victoria Ogunsanya. Thank you, my wonderful husband. You didn't introduce yourself, babe?
Yeah, my name is Ade Ogunsanya, and I'm one of the co-hosts for tonight. And then tonight we'll be discussing on the word communication, as I said earlier. And not just communication, but communication in marriage and in a relationship. Communication, as we know, communication is a very, very wide topic.
Very.
And because of the wideness of it, we're just going to narrow it down to relationship, because this is a relationship show. And then before we go into that, we are live on PRZ FM 109.2 on every second Monday and every fourth Monday of every month. Like I said again, every second Monday and every fourth Monday of every month. Thank you. Yeah. I'll say, what is communication and how do we communicate?
Yes, please tell us.
Yeah, communication can be, we can have different meanings to communication. It's that communication in marriage is like a river.
Oh.
When thoughts and feelings flow, something between marriage partners. It is fun, it feels good, and it's all to support everyone around. So that's what communication is all about. And we can say communication is like a mortar that holds relationship together. If it breaks, the relationship will crumble. So when we said mortar, I'm going to use an example of a bricklayer or a builder.
Nice.
When you mix your mortar, and when you laying the bricks or you making a walls, you have to use a mortar to glue both the bricks together. And the mortar in this situation is called communication. If there is no communication in marriage or in any relationship, there is no how the marriage or the relationship could stand. So that's why I say communication is a vital tool. It's a vital role that it plays a vital role in every relationship, in every marriages, in every homes. Babe, do you want to say anything on you?
Yeah, I mean, so if you don't have the right mortar, then you can't build anything together, right? So you'll just be there, husband and wife, but no communication. Yeah, it's vital to any relationship, employer, employee, parent, child. It's vital. Without communication, what do you have? And what I would say is, in terms of marriage, how do guys communicate? How do ladies communicate? So, anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, as we know, we have the way women communicate is quite different from the way men communicate.
Okay.
Women talks more than women, and I know I could remember there is a saying that men don't talk, and it's not that they don't talk. They do talk. They do talk, most especially when it comes to politics and when it comes to football.
Okay.
You said men being spearheading the topic, but apart from that, they do talk, and like I said, women talk more than in anything. In anything, women talk more.
Interesting. Okay, I have to actually concur with my husband on this one, ladies. And I guess for us especially, if you haven't noticed already, I'm the talkative one. Yes, I love words. I talk. It's all about talking for me. That's me. And my husband is on the more quiet side. So talks when necessary. And if you don't have to talk, there's no need talking it all out. But yes, when there's politics involved, when there's sport involved, you see him rise. So interestingly enough, there's an amazing book called The Audacity of Marriage by #1 best-selling authors, Hassani and Daniel Pettiford. They're from Atlanta. And he said something really interesting. He said the average lady has around 25,000 words to get out every day just to kind of be normal and express herself. And contrastingly, a man has about 10,000 words. What would you say? Does that sound about right, babe?
I think that's a lot. For a woman to talk, that is a lot. I'm sure there's no man. Well, there might be people out there or some men out there who can talk as much as women do, but it's on rare occasion. Though, yeah, we can like the Daniel you're talking about. I've met him once, and I see he talks. Like the way his wife talks. Yeah, but they both talk, and then which is quite encouraging. And then I believe if men too can talk in that way, it will go a long way in every relationship, in every marriages, in every settings that you are. So like I said, how do we communicate? When we say communication, how do we communicate in marriage or in our relationship? Yeah. And I'm gonna say we can communicate through different channels in so many ways. We can communicate through using words.
Yep.
We can communicate through sign.
Yep. Body
we can
language.
communicate through sounds or behavior. And we use every of these to express our information or to express our ideas or pass information to the other party. So that's I think that's the way if you communicate in different ways is something that is quite achievable.
Yeah.
Rather than talking.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So it's been said that body language alone counts for 70% of what you communicate. 3% is, I think, the actual words. Just 3% is what you're saying. So there's some people that think they're great communicators, but actually in terms of the other person understanding them, maybe not so great. And then 23% is tone, the way you say it, how hard you said it, how fast you said it, the intention you said it with. So we can communicate a lot of things using these different things. So, okay, interestingly, you said that they both talk, this couple, and we've met them. They're a wonderful couple. They're marriage coaches. But they had a challenge in communication, funnily enough, because they both talk, as you rightly said, but if the husband's gone out, he's been listening to clients, he's been counseling couples, he's used 10,000 of his words, of his man words. She's been at home with the children. She's maybe used up 15,000, maybe talking to the people at the supermarket, talking to the children, talking to the nursery, talking to her mom or whoever it is she needs to talk to at home. He gets home, she's still got another... How many did we say? Okay, she's got another 10,000 words to talk, and he's all talked out. So does that sound right? And what can we do about that? Because you should be leaving something for your spouse, right? I mean, if he's at work 8 hours, she's at home 8 hours, they come home, what are we giving to our spouse? I mean, what is that? 5 minutes a day? People are saying that couples only spend 5 minutes a day talking. And is that who picked up the children? Who's going to cook the meal today? Is that really conversation? Is that enough to keep people's love tank full? What do you think?
Yeah, I believe if that's the case, the man have to find a way of dealing with his wife or making up to his wife. Like the Bible says, and in the book of 1 Peter 3 verse 7, it said, husband, likewise dwell with them with understanding. In there, what understanding means is it's not it's the way you relate to them. You can say, oh, even though you've gone to work since morning and you're back, you're tired, you can say, oh, like, okay, babe, I've been to work, I'm tired, and you know what, just give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, even if that 5 minutes can be a good quality time you spend with your wife, and which will definitely make a day.
5 minutes? But at least the guy's trying, right? So yeah, this is quite interesting because I don't know if you've read the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I don't know if it's the other way around. And the concept for me, first of all, was introduced about the caveman. So when the man gets home, he's done all his work, he's spoken to all his clients, he's pleased everybody, he's pleased his boss, he's pleased the bus driver, he's pleased the person at the canteen where he had his lunch. He said he's given all his manners there, and he comes home. He doesn't want to talk to any wife, he doesn't want to talk to any children, and of course, the kids are there, daddy, daddy, daddy. Husband, the wife is there. Oh, daddy's home. It's fine now. And he just wants to go into this cave. So the cave. How do we handle that? Is it something that the woman would just adjust to? Because I know I struggled with this when we first got married. I thought he wants to come home and talk. He's got loads of things to talk about. My husband didn't necessarily want to talk, but it kind of felt like that cave was going on for a long time. So how do you balance that? Because there are two ways that people wind down. Typically, a man goes to his cave, he needs to retreat, he needs to relax, he needs quiet time, he just needs to reflect before he can come and start ministering to his woman and his children. And the wife is the other way around. She wants to talk to de-stress. She wants to get it all out. She wants to talk about what happened at work. She wants to tell you everything that happened in the marketplace, to the way the person talked to her. And how do we balance those conflicting expectations?
Yeah, if that's the case, everything still boils down to communication.
Oh,
like
okay.
I said, if that's the case, the husband will have called his wife aside and said, "Oh, babe, okay, when I come back home, just give me some time. I'm going to relax, and I'll come back to you."
Okay.
Then if they can get into that, if they can arrange, okay, after that, after my husband has rested for 30 minutes, I know it's going to come back and talk to me.
Nice.
Yeah, that will be fine.
Yeah.
At least he will have rested and then get himself ready, to know for the evening to talk with his wife. Yeah.
That sounds good. Negotiation, I like that.
If you're out there and you're listening to us, we're on PRZ 109.5 FM on Together Forever show, and we're talking tonight on communication, and just communication, but communication in marriage. If you have a question, you can send it to 077 069 2126. I repeat, 077 069 72126, or you can send an email to info@blackmarriagenetwork.co.uk. Once again, info@blackmarriagenetwork.co.uk. Thank you. Yeah, like I was saying, communication. We're still in the age of communication, and I hope you are enjoying us tonight. In communication, we said communication. Like I read a book and I said, which said you can communicate with your spouse in different ways, or if you not learn how to know as a couple, you need to learn how to know how to communicate with your partner.
Yep, you need to learn your spouse. You need to learn your spouse.
It might be your wife love words. It might be your wife love gift. It might be your wife love different thing. I believe doing this is a way of communicating to one another. It might be through words. It might be through poem. It might be through gift. It might be through everything. And I believe they call it love languages.
Okay.
Yeah, which we will be discussing shortly on this show. Yeah.
Okay. And before we do that, we're going to have a short break soon. How would you kind of deal with couples who need to communicate, but maybe it's not so much the friendly communication that we've spoken about now, but it's conflict? So dealing with those two conflicts, maybe some might be the one that shuts down, one might be the one that wants to talk it out. How do you kind of avoid any argument? Or is the argument good? Because at least in the argument they're communicating. How do you deal with that? People's differences in resolving conflict.
Yeah, before I answer that, we're going into a short break now. Just if you're out there listening to us, please stay tuned, and then we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Hello there, listeners. Hope you've enjoyed that. That was Cliff and Marie Reed, who are a wonderful gospel couple doing their thing. And you do know that we love our power couples on Black Marriage Network, which is what I quickly want to just talk to you about. So I don't know what you're doing on the 25th of August 2018 in the evening time, but couples, we'd love to see you come out and support our event, which is our launch event for our organization, Black Marriage Network launch. This is Victoria Ogunsanya, and I'm live in the studio with my wonderful husband Ade. We will be hosting on that evening. It's going to be wonderful, guys. The organization is all about getting couples together to encourage each other, to have fun, to learn from one another, to share secrets, and to just really be there for one another. And we're going to be learning some great things. We're going to be learning all kinds of things that are going on in our community, how we can best support our children, property, all different types of things. But this particular event is going to be our launch event. We're going to be watching a screening of Happily Ever After, a positive image of Black marriage, which is a wonderful DVD which was created by Ronnie and Lamar Tyler. They have a wonderful media production company, and it's all about empowering the Black community to help with family, marriage, lots of different articles like that. And they were kind of fed up of some of the images they were seeing on mainstream TV. So they said, you know what, we're going to make our own DVD about Black marriage, and we're going to lift up that image and show some of the positivity out there. So after that, we'll be having a discussion where we can talk about marriage in our own space. UK marriages, Black British marriages, what's going on with us. Let's talk about some of the things that we go through, culture clash, all kinds of different things. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be informal. You will laugh. It's going to be date night with a difference. So get a babysitter. And if you want to get tickets for that, it's £30 a couple. We're also going to have some Caribbean canapes. Yum, yum. Yeah, they're going to be really good. So come down to that. It's going to be wonderful. If you want tickets for that, please go to Just Tickets, which is JUS-tickets.com. Just Tickets, JUS-tickets.com. If you want any more information, please email us at info@blackmarriagenetwork.co.uk or give us a call on 077 069 72126 077 069 72126. And if you're outside the UK, just put a +44 before that. It's going to be at the Black Cultural Archives, which is a wonderful, wonderful venue. It's full of culture. There's many different exhibitions there about Black British culture. It's a wonderful, wonderful venue. Come and support the venue. Come and support us. And that will be on the evening on the 25th of August, 6 to 9 p.m. Couples only. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, and we were talking about communication before we went to the break, and we are going to be discussing, how do we communicate love? How do we communicate affection? How do we show our love to our spouses? Over to you, babe.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Thank you. Yeah, we're on to Together Forever show, and then we're talking about communication. How do we show love to one another?
How do we show love to one another?
Yeah, we can show love in different way, in so many ways. It depends on how your partner or your spouse see this, or how your partner wants it. I believe while courting, or while in the early times of your marriages, you will have studied your wife or your partner and see what he or she likes, and then you from there you'll be able to discover how you can show love to him or her. Like I said earlier on, before we went on break, that people communicate in different ways. It might be through words,
diverse ways.
It might be through sounds, it might be through signs, and then it might be through everything. I remember I heard a couple saying apparently it's the wife that said it. Said, "Oh babe, you haven't spoken to me for the past 2 weeks." When the husband heard it, he said, "Oh, what do you mean I haven't spoken to you for the past 2 weeks?" Yes, said, "Yeah, you haven't spoken to me for the past 2 weeks." "And what do you mean? We've been eating together, we've been going out, we've been sleeping on the same bed, we've been doing different things. What do you mean I haven't spoken to you?" And I believe what the woman is saying is something else, which the husband maybe didn't get rightly. The woman is saying, "You haven't communicated to me in the way I understand this.
Yes.
You haven't talked to me in the way I know, and which is I believe the woman wants a praiser. She want her husband to be praising her nearly every
now
minute.
we're talking.
Nearly every minute. Baby, do you want to say anything on this?
I wonder who that couple was. Yeah, familiar story. Yes. So, well, let's describe what the concept of love languages is. So the Bible says to us we should do unto our neighbor as we would want ourselves, or thereabouts. Sorry, I can't remember the scripture. This applies to everything but marriage, because the thing is, we communicate love in so many different ways. Our upbringings have caused us to receive love in so many different ways. And often the way one person receives love is the way they want to feed their spouse love. And it may not be their love language. So as my husband was referring to words of affirmation. So if you don't know about me already, I am a words person. I love words. I love compliments. You can get me gifts. You can do things for me. That's all nice. But if you really want to please me, it's all about words for me. So yeah, so those are one of the ways you can express love to your partner. And it's really important that we learn our spouse. It's really, really important that we learn our spouse, because what I've come to know and what other couples have told me is you can be sincere, guys. You can be sincere, ladies. You might think, oh, if I can just be his to-do person and do all the things on his to-do list and make sure I've done this and make sure I've done this, then he will appreciate that. But if that's not really his love language, maybe he wants you to spend quality time with him and you don't make any time for him. You're out there busy doing things for him. And likewise, if the lady, she just wants you to, maybe she is somebody that likes acts of service. That's when we're talking about to do stuff. And you're doing all these kinds of things for her. Sorry, you're not doing these things for her, yet you're saying, I love you, you're beautiful, you mean the best. Yes, she likes that, but it's not really going to do anything, because one day you might hear her say, you love me so much, you keep saying you love me, but you don't do anything for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I believe saying I love you, I like you, this is part of it. But like I said earlier, to avoid a breakdown in every relationship, a husband should know what his wife like most, and as a wife, you should know what your husband love most.
Absolutely.
You should know what your love. Yeah, there's a call coming in. So you just keep the call coming in, and then we'll get back to you shortly. Like I said, as a wife and as a husband, you need to study each other. You need to know what your husband like, what your woman like, and then from there you'll be able to build a perfect marriage. You'll be able to build a perfect relationship.
Yeah.
And so communication, like we said, is a very powerful tool. Is a very powerful topic which helps marriage or helps relationship to move higher, to go higher. And then like I said, I understand my wife. Though when we started, I found a bit of challenging. I didn't really know what she liked. Well, along the way, I like this. This is what she likes. Word of affirmation, and she want praise. And well, to other couple, it might be act of service.
Mm-hmm.
It might be buying your wife gift. It might be you just went out, you saw this thing. You can buy it for your wife if you know that that's what she loves. And then from there, you will be able to even get to deep, to the inside her heart. You have to, before she do anything, she will come to you. Baby, I want to do this. Baby, can we do this? Yeah.
Okay.
From there.
Okay. Nice. As you're saying that, I'm just remembering something funny, because I think part of what my husband's love language is, I'm not going to tell you his first one, so you can be all in my business, but he likes little gifts. So if you buy him little things, he likes it. But what I've noticed is he's tried to do that with me. So if we had a slight disagreement, rather than come and talk to me about it, he knows I like popcorn, guys. So if we had a little, let's say, disagreement, a few days later I might see popcorn in the shelf for me. I'm like, okay. That's his apology. He bought me popcorn. Okay, maybe he's sorry. Maybe he's feeling some way. So I think it's so interesting. It's so key to learn your partner's love language. It really helps. It just takes out all the guesswork, because you know how they receive love. You can learn that language, and you have to learn it. Even if it's not the way you receive love, it's about feeding your wife or your husband what means love to them, and vice versa. They should learn the same for you. Anyway, moving on, we've just had a Facebook message. We've had a I beg your pardon, a WhatsApp question. This is all the way live from Nigeria. And this is the question, guys. So maybe you can touch on this, babe.
No.
It says, what happens when you want to communicate with your wife on some key issues at work, but she has little knowledge about it and her feedback is one-sided? Could you speak into that?
Yes, you can carry the way to communicate to do that is I believe each time you come back home, you, or even while I work, you can maybe at your break time, give your wife a call, give your husband a call and say, oh babe, this is what is going on in my workplace, this is what's going on. So if you are doing that every day, you'll be able to carry your wife along, you'll be able to carry your husband along, and by the time an issue comes up, you'll be able to say, oh baby, do you remember what I told you, do you remember this? And then from there you'll be able to what do you think about it? What do you think I can do? From there, at least since she has a bit knowledge of it, she can come out with something and which you both agree together. Yeah.
Wonderful advice. I think that's key, because as wives, we want to support our husbands' dreams, we want to support their aspirations, but if we don't know anything about what they've been doing all day, how do we do that? I mean, you don't have to become an expert, but yeah, get 1 or 2 books, start reading some books, go on YouTube, find out about that topic. You impress your husband, wife, when he comes home one day and you say, oh, what's happened, babe? Oh, this is what we discussed. Oh, actually, I know about that. How impressed is he going to be? And that will just really make you bond, and it will help him share with you his whole day. I think that could really help that relationship grow, and it's good for you to know as a wife what's on his heart, how to help him, and that you're of the same mind. I think that would be wonderful for both of you.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right. Yeah, like I said, if you keep if you carry your partner, your spouse along in every situation, it might be at work, it might be at your school, it might be in your church, it might be anywhere, even among your colleagues. You can, from there, you'll be able to even you don't have to go into the depths of the situation, but at least you give him give him the awareness. Oh, this is what is going on. This is what is going on. This is the stage we are here now.
Okay.
And from there, she might help. She might even have idea. She might even have maybe one of her friends that is facing or is in such situation, and then from there she can able to suggest 1 or 2 things that you can that can help each other out from them. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So we didn't touch on the other 2 that much, gifts and physical touch. So from a man's point of view, what is physical touch in love? Is that just intimacy? Is that sexual intimacy, or what is that? What does that mean?
When we say physical touch, not necessarily sexual intimacy. You can give your wife a hug, which
nice.
That's physical touch. You can give her a kiss. You can give her a hug, which that can go a long way. For example, if she has been she had a bad day at work, or she has been stressed over an issue at work, and then if you both come back home and said, "Oh, baby, what's going on?" and then giving her a hug can go a long way. Giving her a kiss can say, "Oh, baby, you know what? Don't worry, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be fine.
Nice.
You just relax," and then from there, everything will be fine.
This sounds very comforting. I'm very comforted by this. Okay, and we are about to go. So the last one. Okay, so gifts. Okay, so someone's love language is gifts, and it's a lady. Does that mean the guy has to be buying diamond rings every day, or what do you do about that situation?
No, when we say gift, you don't have to be buying expensive gift every day because that your wife loves gift or your husband loves gift. But you can just go out and say, even it might be as little as £5, it might be as little as £10, and said, "Oh yes, this thing looks nice."
Does it have to be real money?
No, I'm not saying it's money. I mean the price of it, or the quantity, what you want. Yeah, it might be just, "Oh, my wife loves this thing. Let me buy this thing for her. Let me buy this thing for her."
Popcorn.
And it's not necessarily it's going to be every day you'll be doing that, because it's before you know it's going to amount to a lot of money. So it might be once in a while, it might be once in 2 weeks, it might be once in a month. It depends on how your pocket is. But I'm buying your spouse a gift. If that's really what our love language we go a long way, and it will help the marriage soaring.
Okay, a lot of information there, and I'm afraid we're gonna have to end it right there, guys. It's been wonderful. We've loved your feedback. We really appreciate you, and we are here every second and fourth Monday of every month at 8 p.m. on PRZ FM, and we are your hosts, Victoria Ogunsanya.
Yeah, and I'm Hade Ogunsanya, and remember,
together we are stronger.